you want to make yourself into a zombie? Well, there's one really simple way to do that. Just get bitten by one of the infected. But if you're not looking forward to eternal damnation, I've got a few tips and tricks that you can do with special effects makeup to make the illusion of being one of the eternally damned. So, I'm going to show you these tricks on my friend Eric here, but these are all things that you can do at home by yourself. So the first step is to apply the layers of fake skin. You want to make sure that your victim's face is clean. Did you shave your face, Eric? Clean it thoroughly this time? Once you know your victim's face is really actually clean, then you can start applying the skin. So the skin has several layers, and I use professional grade materials like nose and scar putty and liquid latex. But if you want a cheap method of this, you can use rolled up tissue paper and cheap foundation. Then you're going to begin applying the liquid latex using a brush where you want to put all of the fake wounds. You don't want to glue skin directly to your face because it'd be incredibly painful to get off. Whenever applying liquid latex, make sure it's completely dry before you move on. It takes about 5 minutes for it to dry. Once it's dry, apply the spirit gum where you're going to put the skin. Wait a little bit until it becomes tacky. Then, with a palette knife or your hands, get some of the nose putty and start placing it on the glue. Then start shaping the putty into what kind of scar you want, using your hands, palette knife, or X-Acto knife. Make sure to press it on firmly to the glue and smooth it into the skin. To make the scars, carve into the putty with a tool. If your zombie has been hit with a projectile and it's submerged in his face, attach the object by first applying plenty of spirit gum. When doing this, make sure the object is light and has a pretty good amount of surface area for gluing. You want to cut your object to match the curve of your friend's head. When you're building up the skin around the object, make a shelf to support it. The next step is to seal the putty with liquid latex again. Once again, wait until the liquid latex is dry before you start applying makeup. For the second step, I'm going to apply the makeup and start with a pale foundation base and add shadows to enhance his gaunt look. The supplies for the makeup include bruise wheel, foundation, choose a little color a little paler than your natural tone so you look ill, brushes, makeup sponges, and a stipple sponge. First step for makeup is applying the foundation all over the face and neck. When doing this, make sure you're blending the scars into your face. Apply really dark browns, purples, and reds into the open cut. You're going to be putting blood in there, but you want to have something dark underneath it. You want to use purples and shadows along the sides of the scars to give it a more three-dimensional look. The next step is to darken below the eyes with purple. When darkening areas of the face, use purple instead of black because it looks like more natural bruising color, because the purple complements the yellow in your face. Use reds and greens around the eyes to give a really sick look. You want to accentuate the shadows that you already have on your face, like darkening cheekbone area to give a gaunt look and adding shadows on the neck. Put black lipstick or any kind of cream makeup on the inside of the lips. You don't want to coat the lips, but apply to the inner ridge to look gross. Use some dark reds and purples around the mouth and chin and down the neck if you want to put blood there later. Use the stippling sponge to speckle blood around the face, especially around the wounds and the mouth. The next step is blood, and I always make the blood because I can find all the supplies in my mom's pantry. It works quite well, and it's edible. It's very simple to do. Mix together a good amount of corn syrup, a little cocoa, and a little red food dye. For further thickening and color, add green food dye, a little cornstarch, and chocolate syrup. Feel free to experiment with the recipe. Tastes good too. Using a paintbrush the size of the cut, paint the blood into the cuts and scars. Using a generous amount of blood, paint into the scars and let it drip out. Don't make wounds directly above your eye because when blood drips into them, it hurts a little bit. Apply blood all over the face. It will run and dry very slowly. If your zombie has recently had a meal, it's going to have a lot of blood around the mouth, on the chin, and all down the neck, assuming he's a messy eater. You can put this blood in your mouth, and it looks really fantastic and disgusting when you get it all over your teeth. Mess up the victim's hair with hairspray and blood. Go into your mom's closet and find the ugliest clothes, rip them up a little bit, throw them in the dirt, put some blood on there, and you're good to go. And now that you're all done, you can go wreak havoc on the world and eat small children or puppies.